Welcome to the Northern Light Gospel Hour. Today we hear from Mervin Morin in Beauval. Mervin's been playing music for many years. He's well known in the area. What you might not know is the work God's been doing in his heart and in his mind over the last couple years. Mervin is going to share some of his story with us, and we're going to hear some of his songs. We're going to start things off with If There's a Phone. And just before the interview begins, we're going to hear Missing You.
Well, good morning, Jesus. Yes, it's me again. But I didn't call this time to get forgiveness for my sins. I called to talk to Mama, and I know she's there with you. If there's a phone in heaven, then Jesus put me through. And give me one more chance to tell her that I love her. Let me hear her sweet voice one more time, for I want her to know how much I'm thinking of her. If there's a phone in heaven, put my mama on the line. All those things I should have told her when I still had a chance. But one day, Lord, you took her with no warning in advance. So I'm begging now, please give me one last opportunity. If there's a phone in heaven, let my mama talk to me, and give me one more chance to tell her that I love her. Let me hear her sweet voice one more time, for I want her to know how much I'm thinking of her. If there's a phone in heaven, put my mama on the line. Yes, if there's a phone in heaven, put my mama on the line. I cried myself to sleep last night. I still can't believe you are gone. Oh, you left so suddenly. I didn't have time to tell you I cared. I didn't have time to tell you you mean so much to me. I still can't believe you are gone. Oh, you left so silently. I didn't have time to tell you I care. I didn't have time to tell you you mean so much to me. Oh, how I miss you so. Now you're gone to a land far away. Missing you, missing you, missing you, missing you, missing you. Now you're gone to a home far away. Missing you. Now you're gone to a home far away. Missing you.
Good morning, Brother Mervin.
Morning.
Thank you for joining us here on the Northern Light Gospel Hour. It's great to finally be able to connect.
Oh yeah, good morning. Yeah, it's a pleasure to finally get to chat with you, brother. It's always a blessing.
So you've allowed us to share 2 or 3 songs here.
For the first song I sent you was the song called Phone in Heaven.
It seems like there's a theme between Phone in Heaven and Missing You. Is this personal or is this in general? Tell us about those songs a little bit.
No, this is really, really personal, brother. These songs that I'm sharing with you today, if you get to play all 3 of them, they all come in the chain link. So because back in 2013, when I was at work, I received a phone call a day before I had to come home that my mother was taken to the hospital on that Sunday evening and was flown to Saskatoon. And that's one of the phone calls that I'd never wanted to receive at work. But come back to the song Phone in Heaven. When I got to Saskatoon on that Monday, she was in kind of in a coma already. She wasn't responding. And that's a lot of these songs that I play on my CD is for my late mother. We lost my mother back in 2013, and it was kind of a rock bottom hard hit for myself and my family. And ever since then, brother, this is the reason why I'm into gospel music and playing a lot of these songs like Phone in Heaven. Phone in Heaven means it's a good song. It's a really powerful song for myself, and I play it every time I go to a gospel jamboree. I play that song. And the second song is Missing You. Means when you listen to that song, there's a lot of things that you want to say to a person before they pass on and go to the Lord. And the third song is I'm ready to go home. A person's ready to go home and be with the Lord. You have to listen to the third verse to that song, and it really makes sense. So that's one of the reasons why I'm into my music.
Amen. Amen. So, brother, if someone wants to bless your ministry or get a hold of your music, what's the best way to do that?
I can be reached through Facebook at Mervin Morin.
Well, okay. Hey, thank you for doing this. Man, I mean, I'm pumped up about your journey here. You know, like from what I've heard, you were kind of a rockin' and roller kind of a guy, and then there had been some changes recently.
I've been on the road for many years with my band, different bands I used to play with, but I made that decision a couple of years ago, and it was kind of a hard decision for myself to release that style of music and continue on with my gospel music, and ever since then it's been a blessing.
Through the valleys of the I live for Jesus. I can see how He's helped me along the way, and the tears I shed just help me to keep me humble, and His burden only taught me how to pray. Lord, I have faithful and served, You have given, and the harvest of the fields, Lord, I have done. But now my steps are growing weary. Lord, I'm waiting, I'm ready to go home. Though I hate to leave so many friends behind me, and the parting of our ways will touch my heart, but I'll wait for Him inside the gates of heaven, where the children of the God will never part. Lord, I have faithful and served, You have given, and the harvest of the fields, Lord, I have done. But now my steps are growing weary. Lord, I'm waiting, I'm ready to go home. Lord, I'm waiting, I'm ready to go home.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Northern Light Gospel Hour. If you've been blessed by this ministry, look for us on Facebook at the Northern Light Gospel Hour and like our page. It's here you can get in touch with various Northern and or Indigenous gospel musicians to pick up their latest music and find out where they'll be serving next. This episode is copyright RKPK Productions 2021. All music and interviews have been used with permission, and any reproduction is prohibited unless consent has been given by myself, Rob Croker. Please buy music directly from our Northern Indigenous artists and support their ongoing Christian ministry. I'm looking forward to next week because Beverly Kenny is going to be here with us sharing about her music and ministry with her husband Louis. I'm Rob Croker, and this has been another edition of the Northern Light Gospel Hour.